At the 2025 IBEX, the latest in marine innovation took center stage. In this video, we're counting down the top 5 products that are set to transform the boating industry, including a few that have claimed the prestigious Innovation Award. Alright guys, so I saw a couple of cool products in here. One of them was this cool thing for the fuel fill. I hate getting that splashback. I saw it somewhere here. I can't remember what it's called. Click something. Let's see if we can find it. Guys, I'm with Steven from Clicks, and he's going to talk a little bit about his products. I found this to be awesome. Everybody has issues when we're filling up our boats with spray back and overfill. So tell us a little bit, Steven, about what we got here.
Hi guys, yeah, what we have here is a product that was built out of necessity. It's called Clicks, and when you go to the gas station and you fill up your car, it's never an issue. There's a little hole right here that when you put this into your car and you fill up, you'll hear this sound. That's the sound of the nozzle finishing off and being filled. At that point there, you take that out and it's not a big deal. But when you're in the boat industry and you're filling up your boat, this got a giant hole and the fill comes up and the fuel comes out of the top. Even if you're trying to hold it with rags or you're listening, it's always a problem. So out of necessity, we built the Clicks. It's an American-made product. Anti-static, fits 1.5 inch, 3/4, and 2-inch ports. So all you do is you take it and you put it into the fill port, and now you put your nozzle in. Once you put that nozzle in and you pull back and you fill it, whether you hold it or you latch it, once that fuel comes up, it gets trapped, just like at the gas station with your car, and you'll hear this noise. And now you can't even put more in there, just like your car at the gas station. We've solved the problem with a very elegant and simple solution. The Clicks. It's available online at clicksfueling.com or some retailers in your hometowns. American made, as I said before. We donate 5% to the Marine Mammal Center, which is the largest marine hospital in the world. We also the National Boaters Safe Council endorses our product, and so the Coast Guard has said they love it too. So we have a huge following. We're building day by day, and we want to get into all the stores. We've introduced this unit called a Pretty Damn Quick PDQ, and this unit goes on countertops at the stores in order to be able to get a quick access to our product at your local store. So if you go into your local store, demand the Clicks product be in the store so that the company orders them and has them readily available for you.
I don't think I could have said anything or answered all my questions. Steven knows this product. He tried. Now the question is,
yes, sir.
How many times have you said that pitch before?
This is my third time.
At least today. Guys, check out Clicks. So you guys have a website, Instagram. I've seen you guys on TikTok and Instagram.
We're everywhere.
You guys are everywhere.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. You get us at Clicks, C-L-I-X, Fueling. Clicks Fueling.
It's fueling.
If you Google anything where stop fuel prevention or Clicks Fueling or stop overflows on boat filling, will pop right up.
Yeah, so they got, you guys have the diesel one and you have the gas one. Any other innovations that you guys are working on for the future?
We're actually working on a few. We have some provisional patents up. I can't disclose what they are.
Next year.
Next IBEX. Awesome. We won an international award for best product. I mean
you can't beat that.
You can't beat that at all.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Steven. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. And then the other cool thing that I saw was this robot arm that takes over the job of sanding, which is pretty cool. I hate sanding when I'm doing my renovations on my boats. It's like the worst part. So I thought that was really cool. So let's check that out. Guys, I'm over here at VM. I happen to be walking by and saw this really cool robot. This is Alyssa, right?
Hi, everyone.
Alyssa's going to talk a little bit about the company and what they do, because this is really, really cool. So tell us, Alyssa, what do we got here?
Yeah, so we're VM. We are a software platform for robotics and automation. And today here at IBEX, we are demoing our automated block sanding solution for first pass fiberglass sanding. We're all about surface finishing, sanding, spraying, polishing, perfecting. And you're able to actually see a demo of this robot in real time right here on the floor.
So this particular robot here, this is like a smaller scale of what the bigger robots are. So these robots are huge.
Exactly. So when it comes to where VM fits in the stack, so VM is the software layer. We are hardware agnostic. We work with any hardware, smaller arms, bigger arms, whatever it makes sense for the job that you have and the worksheets you have. What you're seeing here is a representation of sanding, right? So they didn't want us to bring fiberglass sanding up onto the floor, and so what you're seeing here, right, is a representation of the motion that's actually happening. Now, what makes this different is that unlike other automation solutions that have hard coding, rigid pre-programming, what's happening is a dynamic motion path planning in real time. So there's a camera at the end of this arm that's actually seeing the surface and creating a motion plan in real time that's adapting to whether it's flat, whether it's curved, whatever's the right tool for that job.
And how does it do that? Is it that that blue kind of like that blue material that they put over the paint and stuff?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
So we worked really closely with Viking as we're piloting this solution, because we want to make sure that we're taking all of the expertise of the skilled technicians and skilled craftspeople and bringing that into the automation, right? The automation is coming to the workflows you have, not the other way around.
Got it.
So what you see here is blue tape on this surface. That's representative of the blue dye process they actually use in the factory.
That guide code is what it's called. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Guide code, right.
So if you're able to see here, this photo is actually from the factory, right? You can see what they do, right? They put that blue dye on the fiberglass piece. That's how the camera at the end of the arm knows where to sand. If the blue is there, they know that they need to sand. We have a mantra in the office. We say, sand until the blue is gone. You can see here, right, that the arm knew that was where there was some dye before. That you can see the abrasion. You see over here that dye's a little bit deeper, right? And so the camera's going over there, going, that's where where the motion plan needs to go.
And of course, when you're sanding, you want to make it as even as possible,
right?
So the blue dye essentially allows the robot to know where there were these troughs and protuberances to actually sand down.
So I've done a couple restorations on boats.
Yep.
I hate sanding. I hate it. Yeah, it's awful.
That's the idea.
Yeah, I hate it. Now my question is, does this know how deep to sand? Is there a setting that this thing is set to not go so deep, so that you don't go through the paint or the gel coat to the fiberglass? How does that work?
So that works precisely by having the blue dye, and it doesn't apply a lot of pressure in order to understand where there are the ridges, so that it actually understands where it's high and where it's low, so that in case there is a need to add material or to sand down in a particular area, it will figure that out. Yeah, right?
And which allows a worker to come and put a fill in there, right, to fill those troughs and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Now,
I got both of these.
This is really used for new boats. So in this case, the
mold is
thing comes out of the mold, and it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
But the main thing is to even it out and making sure that's why we're using block sanding, right? Because normally with a robot, you're going to go for something that is orbital sanding. But in the case of fiberglass, the problem is that is going to just follow the grooves and essentially make it worse.
Right.
So for this, you need to use
big long pieces.
Long pieces so that you'll actually even out the ridges.
Now, where do you see you guys as far as I know you guys are doing the sanding, right? What about like laying fiberglass and rolling fiberglass and things like that? Is that something that you guys have thought about for the future?
So we're positioning ourselves as on the surface finishing business.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
The main skill we're bringing from a technology perspective is understanding the surface in real time, right? We're not asking the manufacturer to tell us, give us a CAD model of the hard top or the hull or whatever, right? We will actually, the point is that in low volume business, right? So you need to help as much as possible without pre-planning. So you will analyze the surface and understand from this how to proceed. So how to proceed in terms of following the surface in an even fashion. So sanding is the obvious application, applying gel coating, painting, spray painting, right? All of this makes sense.
Okay.
As extensions.
Yesterday when I passed by here, I heard something about maybe these things on rails, right, in production. Is that how that would work? You have a rail system with robots working?
The easiest thing is you put it in the ground and then you move the thing appropriately. But as soon as you have a hull, obviously that's not going to work, right?
Yeah.
The hull is not going to move. So then you need to allow the robot to move.
Yeah.
So you have all kinds of hardware extensions and planning in our roadmap to enable the movement of the robot so that you can have very heavy pieces to sand,
Right.
and the robot will adapt.
Awesome. Well, where can we find you guys? Where can the people see more of this stuff? Do you guys have more videos like on YouTube and stuff of this stuff working, or?
Absolutely.
Alyssa, come back in here, man. You're over there hiding.
Thank you so much. So Edward is a VP of engineering here at
Okay.
VM. If you want to hear more about VM and see more about the solution, check us out at vm.com.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Guys, you guys have seen FGCI on all of my restoration videos. I've been using this product since I started my channel. I'm here with Steve from FGCI. Steve, I've used your products for the last almost 3 years on my projects and stuff, and I'm partnered with FGCI. And they're here, they're showcasing all their products, but you guys have the new innovative brushable gel coat.
That's
and
correct.
I would love to share that with everybody that has a project going on at home because it's such a good product. Can you talk a little bit about it?
I know you used it before in the past. My name is Steve Salmel with FGCI Fiberglass Coatings, salesman. And yes, we developed this product because we saw a need in the market for something easy to apply for the DIY guy, and also for whoever's in the industry. Go ahead and use this as an option. And you could roll it, you can spray it, you could brush it. It's self-leveling. I mean, it works great. You know, it's very user-friendly. It's not something that you need to go to school for or get tips on. It's something that you could just go ahead and dive right in.
Yeah, I mean, when I used it, you guys were like, hey, use it however you want. And I did. I used it, I brushed it,
Correct.
I used a roller, and I actually sprayed this with 50/50 Duratec, and I got amazing results. I think this is a game changer for people in the DIY world because it cuts out so many steps from the sanding, the prepping, which everybody hates to do.
That's correct.
Right? And you get a really, really good finish. I think I just went straight to cutting and polishing, and I got an amazing result.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's for the DIY guy that doesn't have that much experience and can get something done with just a couple of maybe just following a couple of it's very simple to use.
Yeah. Are you guys have any other products that you're innovating, or maybe new things that are coming out?
Well, right now
I'll be the first to get it.
Okay. Well, right now we have developed an infusion epoxy, which
nice.
you know it's something that we've been competing with another brand.
Okay.
I won't mention the name, but we've been competing with another brand that and we saw a need to develop that ourselves, because we have our own epoxy manufacturing plant. So we've developed our super infusion epoxy, which there's some literature over here. Excuse me. Sure. Thank you. This
Super
is our
Bond,
Super
right?
Bond as well. But our super infusion is something that we found the need to get into the market and compete with this other brand, and it's also great for the carbon fiber guys that are using instead of polyester resins, they're using epoxy. Carbon fiber plays for car parts, fenders,
planes,
planes, a lot of hoods, automotive hoods are or jet skis. I mean, there's a whole market for it, and that we've developed it. It took us about 3 years to get it going, and it's out in the market now. It's in our stores. You can get it in the Fort Lauderdale showroom. You can get it in the St. Petersburg showroom. You can call one of your local reps, and they can help you out with tech support as well.
Nice. So if they wanted to get some more information on this stuff, where can we find you guys?
You can find us at fgci.com, or you could go to our showroom in Fort Lauderdale or our showroom in St. Petersburg.
Because you guys are right here in St. Pete.
Yep,
Yeah,
correct.
They're also in many of the local stores, at least down in Miami. You're in Capitan.
Correct.
Capitan.
El Capitan, I believe. What's the other one that
River
has
Marine
them?
as
River
well.
Marine
Yeah.
has them, and then a couple of other local shops, they have them as well.
Awesome.
It's
So
a
you guys
very
check it
solid
out.
brand. Yep.
Yeah, check out their website. If you're local to Miami, go to these stores so you can check out their products and use my discount code PFP10
There you go.
at checkout. So thank you very much, Steven. I appreciate it. Let's
Thanks so
go on to the
much.
next. Guys, we're here with Brian. Got a new look.
Oh, just up?
Dressed up.
Kinda. Except my hair, dudes.
You guys have seen him on the channel before. I love showing you guys the stuff that works and what I trust because I have this on my boats. So we're with Wipro, Water and Fuel Protection. This is Brian. He's going to talk a little bit about what it is that they have here. They have a couple things, right? So Brian, take it away.
Yeah. So we've designed a water and fuel detection system for gasoline outboard boats, and we use internal filter parts, which simply install into the Raycor filter, but it is also compatible with the Sierra filtration and the Sierra clear bowl. So it's nice you can use either one. We have an external sensor ring. The advantage of having external sensor rings that pick up on the internal float is we can self-test these sensors every 5 to 10 seconds. And if the sensors are not functioning, it will alert you on your MFD. So everything we do ultimately communicates to our control panels. We have 2 different control panels. One is a cut-in flush mount that you can put on the helm. Another popular installation for this is, while it's cut in, a lot of people don't want it on their dash or their helm. They don't have the space, or they want a cleaner look. They'll mount these under the console a lot of times on the bulkhead.
Okay.
Because generally on the larger boats, 25 and up, you'll have a bulkhead down there. You can cut this in. It's a very nice installation because it's out of the way, but yet you can access it. If there's any issues with your NMEA system, you'll still get an alert on this with the 100 decibel alarm. Also, all of them connect into your chart plotters. So I'll show you a simulated water and fuel infiltration on this starboard filter here. You'll notice you'll get a visual indication. Your control panel will show you that the starboard fuel filter has got water in it. If you hit OK, it will actually give you a message on where the problem is located. It will tell you there. I'll read it out loud. This Pro sensor detected water in the starboard fuel filter. Reduce power. Maintain safe vessel operation. Locate the filter and remove the water. So we'll do that real quickly now to shut off the alarm. Once you do that and open this up, as you see the float reset, you'll notice the control panel is already reset. It shows 2 green indicators. You manually reset your chart plotter. You're underway.
Simple as that.
Yep. Early indication, reliable, no wear parts, no maintenance required. Long-term serviceability.
So I've installed this on, you guys installed this on my Grady White.
Yep.
I recently put a 90 horsepower on my flats boat. I didn't have the Wipro system installed, and I had water in my fuel. I'll put the video up here so you guys can see that. And I almost got in trouble. So
You got lucky.
I got very lucky because remember, if you're running a newer motor, that warranty doesn't cover water in the fuel.
Correct. What will happen is the ECU will grab a water and fuel code. It will throw it to the engine. So when they diagnose the engine, if it's water right before an engine stoppage or damage, they're not going to cover the repair.
Brian, I've gotten this message a lot from people, and I wish they understood exactly how the system works. They think, well, that's why you got to check your rate, or that's why X motor has a detector already. What makes this superior to the detectors that are already in the motors, like Yamaha, for example? I think they have a system. Mercury has a system. What makes this better? And some of them, yeah. And it's a lot of them is aftermarket that you have to add on, right? So what makes this better?
I mean, the what we say is early and reliable. So first thing is they use a lot of what are called in-filter whiff sensors.
Yeah.
And they're conductive sensors, and they have a high degree of failure rate. In other words, when you normally replace them is when they start giving you a signal that's incorrect. And that to us is not anything you should use. You should be able to self-test these sensors and know that they're operating. Our sensors self-test, and we'll let you know if they're not operating. The other key is early. The ones on the engine are far too late. The ones on the engine are there for the manufacturer to get the code to not cover the warranty when the damage happens.
Got it.
Period. You don't want to manage in these 2-ounce filters on the engine 8 or 10 or 12 ounces of water that infiltrated your fuel.
It's too late already.
It's too late, and it's very dangerous because another few inches down the fuel line, now you're shut down.
Yeah, so that happened to me. So I got lucky where we were able to just drain the VST, and I got no water in there. So I got really, really lucky where I stopped it right before. Any further, and I would have had maybe disastrous issues. And then what happens with that is that manual labor costs money. So you're looking at $500, $600, $700, $800 just to get that water taken out and pumped out. You know, so
Yeah, it cost me about $800 per engine on 300 Yamahas.
that's insane. So with one of your units, you're to say the cost of one of those
Early
jobs.
reliable detection at the motor is too late. And the other key here, we kind of look at this like a spare tire in a way. Like
Right.
You equate it to automotive. You wouldn't drive across Texas without a spare tire. You know what I mean? When you're on the water, you can be in remote situations, offshore, what have you. And when you have a water and fuel infiltration in your system, it's an issue. You have to be alerted early in the system.
And we're going to do something like that, right? So we're going to take a boat out, we're going to dump some water in the fuel, and in the middle of the ocean, and see how effective the product is.
20, 30 miles offshore.
So you guys have a gas system, and you have a diesel system as well you've developed, right?
One thing I'd like to mention more in the gas is we've actually developed, so in the gas world, on the OEM basis for boat builders, the plastic clear bowl has to meet, or all filtration components have to meet a 2.5 minute fire test, which is very stringent. It's a 650 degree Celsius fire test, 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. And these clear bowls won't do it. So we've devised a nice clean system with a back plate and a toolless removable fire bowl. So what you can do is if you install this fire bowl, an OEM manufacturer boat builder can install this filter system with whiff sensing on a brand new gasoline outboard boat. It's the first time it's ever been done.
Awesome, man.
We actually won the NMEA Technology Award this year, in addition to the previous 2 IBEX awards, which were great. But part of that was based on the whiff shield, we call it, shielding the fire.
Yeah, so you guys won the Innovation Award in 2023 for your gas system?
We won for the gas system, the core technology. We won in 24 for the OEM compatibility with the whiff shield. And we won the technology award this year in 25 from NMEA.
That's amazing. And then this is the diesel system right over here?
Yeah, we'll show you the diesel system. We'll come around Gina here a little bit. So the diesel system works the same. You have internal filter parts. It has the same thing as internal filter parts. You can see our toolless removable fire bowls snap off. The difference here is we have custom fasteners here. So the center cages actually camber lock on. I'll move this out of the way. That's a warning. Yep. They just come up and they camber lock on. Real simple. You can take your toolless removable fire bowl. The advantage of our fire bowls in the diesel world, if you use a Raycor fire bowl in the diesel world, you end up with this hex string, which is problematic in multiple ways. It's problematic because there's differing metals, they rust together, they don't come apart. It's also, to drain out of one of these is not fun, especially when you're draining a lot of fuel like this.
Yeah.
Ours enable you to maintain the quick drain from Raycor. You'll notice in our fire bowls, we have the built-in second cup there, so when you install it, it incorporates the quick drain, it leaves it in play, which allows you to utilize one of our whiff drain bottles in the bottom that to make nice clean drains for removing contaminants as well as maintenance.
Awesome.
Yep.
So Brian, what is one of these units costing?
They start at $699 on single engine and go for each additional engine about $300 on a retail basis.
Okay, yeah, it's going to save you guys.
One thing I do like to mention, because you asked about it before, in the works, possibly for the single engine, we're possibly going to be do a control box like this.
Oh, nice.
Which doesn't require a whole lot of cabling and everything for single engine applications, smaller boats. And what this will enable you to do is connect straight into the NMEA network, and our system will just be powered straight off of the NMEA. It's going to be designed at a lower price point for the single engine boats.
Oh, that's
to
awesome.
Make it a little easier for them to get into the market and have protection.
Maybe we do it on the flats boat. We'll see.
Great.
All right, guys, let's go on to the next one. What's up, guys? One of the coolest innovations that I saw at the show, and as a matter of fact, they got an innovation award for their product. Super cool product. Check out these cup holders. And they're not just your regular cup holders. Yeah, they have their lights and their little things, but look at this. You want to charge up your Starlink? That's what that is. You can charge it up with this. Okay, you want to charge up your navigation light? You can charge it up with this. Okay, these are all interchangeable. All right, I have a bunch of other stuff. Look at this cool thing. Look, this will be cool for like you know, my flats boat. I had that fan that I bought from Walmart, but if I could put a cup holder like in the console, check this out. Look. And now I can have a fan running off my 314 amp hour battery, and I don't need any cables or anything like that. I don't have any USB, and it's out of the way and perfect. You know, you can put a light, whatever you want. Check this thing out. This is a cooler for your beverage. That's really cool. And they got a couple other attachments that are pretty interesting. They have one for your GPS, like this. See that? They even have a charger for your phone. These magnetic chargers. I thought that was really, really innovative. They even got these little cups here that'll shine with the lights. They'll connect to the lights, change the lights of the cup. Aside from that, they have these awesome chargers. I really want one of these for the flats boats, for my flats boat. Right, because I use my phone. Remember, I use my phone for the GPS in my flats boat because I don't want to have a big GPS on there. I want to keep it as simple as possible. But they do have these also. Look, put your phone up here to charge. Have all of these little outlets. There are all the links for all the products that I'm showcasing at the show. I'm gonna try to get a discount code for you and put all of them in the link or in the description below. So I don't know. I like it. I like the lid. I like the lid cup holder. So Aqua Amp, Rugged Outdoor OEM Electronics. Guys, check them out. I'm gonna put their info down below. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. IBEX 2025. We're out.